That a lot of people think that they are thinking, but they're actually rearranging their ignorance. Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Korry. This is a place where we have conversations that inspire, motivate, and impact. I want to share with you something that I heard said, and it challenged me listening to one of the motivational speakers. She said that a lot of people think that they are thinking, but they're actually rearranging their ignorance. Wow. Okay. Can you just imagine that? Let that sink in for a minute. All this time you've been thinking you're thinking, but you're really rearranging your ignorance. Now it sounds kind of insulting, really, to be honest. But let's just think about that for a moment. And when I was thinking about that, I remembered a childhood incident. Something that happened many years ago when we were quite young, and we had just gotten a TV, and we were really excited that there was this particular show that we used to watch. Actually, I think it was Space 1999. Now, if you're wondering what Space 1999 was, you're probably a lot younger than me. But back then, Sunday afternoons, it was a big deal because we only had one TV station in Kenya anyway. So, yeah. So we are going to visit these friends of my mom, and the main agenda between my brother and my sister was kind of small, but my brother and I wanted to know, do these guys have a TV? Because now we have a TV. So really we were upgraded in life. You know, we came from a humble home. So the fact that we had a TV was a really, really big deal. It was this little black and white thing, and my mom had bought it by faith. That's another story for another day when we do #inspiration. But anyway, so we were picked up. They came to pick us up, and so in the car, the kids were also in the car wondering, you know, so we are going together. And so we asked them, do you guys have a TV? And they said yes. Now, for us who lived in a humble place, we were not familiar with the upmarket neighborhoods in Nairobi. So we drove past Westlands. We just kept going and going towards Lower Kabete. And then there was a place called Kuna Estate. Boss, if you know, you know. Anyway, entered the home. As we drove in, we were like, okay, I was already eating humble pie, like seriously. Walked into this gigantic mansion, people. Anyway, we go in, and this was my first time, by the way. Not only did I feel like really daft about asking about a TV, because at this point it became very clear that a TV was the least of my issues. These guys, this was the first place I ever saw wall-to-wall carpeting, and I saw carpeting on a staircase. I had never seen anything like that. And this is back in what? Late 70s or early 80s. I think I want to say it's around 1981. Yes, I am that old. Thank you very much. It is the grace of God that we are still alive. Anyway, so obviously we watched the show, but at this point I felt so daft that I realized I don't know as much as I thought I knew. My exposure in life was really limited to our little humble neighborhood, I might add. And so obviously I had never seen mansions to the way I was seeing them on that particular day. And to be honest, I had rearranged my ignorance. You know, it wasn't arrogance, it was ignorance, my foolishness. And so when I came across this saying, or rather this statement, where, you know, a lot of people think they're thinking, but they're actually rearranging their ignorance, that particular example came to mind. And today I just want to challenge you. What do you do in your life to make sure that you're not rearranging your ignorance. And just one more example, personal example, because I have mastered, in my youth, how to rearrange my ignorance. When you don't come from an affluent home, there's a way you will think, and that can be your own limitation. And one day I'll come and share my testimony here. But I remember one time, now we have a TV, so now we've seen very far. And I remember an uncle of mine who we were staying with, who was living with us at the time, saying to us, my brother and my sister, myself, and saying that one day there's going to be a way where you don't have to get off the seat to go and turn off the TV or the radio or whatever. And he was talking about remote controls. And I thought he was crazy. I mean, how now? How is it possible that you will not have to get up to go turn off something? And he talked about automatic doors. This guy was ahead of his time. I honestly could not comprehend anything like that. I mean, it was beyond my wildest dreams. Today I look back and think, wow, I was so sheltered. I was, I could not even fathom anything like that. But today, these are things that are so normal. Kids that are born today, they think these things have always existed. The first time I saw a color TV was a big deal. The first time I saw a remote control, in fact, the ones that first came were the ones that had they had a wire still attached, and then we went later to the kind that that we have today, pretty much. Anyways, what's my point? My point is, stretch your mind. Because guess what? Your mind is your greatest limitation. And that's why it is said that you're your own worst enemy. You are where you are today because of the way you think. Like it or not, you are the sum total of all your thoughts, because your thoughts determine your decisions. And your decisions, some are good, some are not so good. And so, put in the comments. I'd like to hear some examples of when you have rearranged your ignorance. But let's grow together. And if you want to hear more, and if you are enjoying this kind of content, please tap on the subscribe button. I will greatly appreciate it. I have a lot to share. I will be hosting some good friends of mine who have agreed to come on here, who will be motivating us, who will help us not rearrange our ignorance, and we will pursue our dreams. We will get the key on how to pursue our dreams and how to actually overcome the barriers that we face in life daily. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Please don't forget to subscribe and share. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next video. I'll have something exciting to share with you.